I lost 35 pounds over the course of 6 months, a 6-month cut. It wasn't easy, but I'll tell you the top 10 things that I learned from it. Hi folks, welcome to the channel. It's Tom with Friskified Fitness, and I did just complete a 6-month cut, the ending of which coincided perfectly with Mr. Olympia weekend. I will tell you the top 10 things I learned, and I'll include some admissions of things I screwed up on. Let's do this thing. Dance with the one who brought you. And by that I mean don't change your training during your cut. Old school bodybuilders were notorious for using heavy compound movements when they were bulking, and then switched it up to lighter isolation exercises when they were cutting. Don't do that. If you were doing bench presses, stick with bench presses. Don't suddenly go with flies. After all, if compound exercises are what built your mass, why would you change it up and abandon them to do stupid ass exercises like curls mixed with lunges? Lunging curls, curling lunges, yeah, stupid exercises. Don't do them. Dance with the one that brought you. Everyone has body dysmorphia, no exception. And it's no more true than when you're doing a 6-month cut, when you're losing substantial body fat and or weight. You'll wind up thinking that you're shrinking away to nothing or that you're still buff. But the thing is, there's always 3 sides to every story. Your side, the other side, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. That's why I recommend taking pictures of your physique every week. Same time of day, same lighting conditions, from the front, both sides, and the back. And if you want to throw in a few bodybuilding poses to check out your definition, that's fine too. And the reason I say take pictures every week is because the mirror will lie to you. The old joke, of course, is that a man 70 pounds overweight, hasn't seen the gym in 50 years, will walk by the mirror in the bathroom. I still got it. Yeah, you don't still got it. We all have body dysmorphia. Take pictures. Trust the process. You've heard the phrase, plan the work, then work the plan. Well, there's a reason why you plan the work, so that you could follow the plan. Oftentimes people will go off the plan because they figure, oh, here's some new information I can use. Don't do that. There's a reason you made a plan, so that you can follow it. Veering off the plan will inadvertently cause you to slow down your gains, perhaps slow down your body fat loss, and it may actually hurt your final look at the end of your diet. So the best move is to trust the process. Don't go chasing the scale. By that I mean don't chase the number on the scale. I was guilty of that. In fact, every month I had my body fat percentage tested, but I still wound up looking at the number on the scale and tried to have a lower number each time, certainly every week. As a result, I started doing funky things with my diet. And this is how I lost some lean mass. Don't chase the scale, chase the body fat percentage. I found intermittent fasting to work fantastic for losing weight. Losing fat is another story. You need to keep your macros on point in order to make IF work for you. And that means you need to keep your protein intake high enough for the meals that you're eating during your feeding window. I found that while intermittent fasting allowed me to lose weight, I had a lot of trouble keeping my calories high enough, and you do need calories high enough to lose weight, to have the energy to put forth in your workouts to hold on to your mass, your lean mass. I found it hard to keep the calories high enough and as such the protein high enough. I think that's one of the reasons why I lost a little bit of lean mass is I was not able to keep the protein high enough while doing intermittent fasting. Another thing I learned was don't get bronchitis, and if you do get bronchitis, make sure it's early in your prep. I apparently waited patiently until September, the month before I was to peak for Mr. Olympia weekend, which was October 12th and 13th of 2024. The bronchitis knocked me down for the count. I took a week off from work, I took 2 weeks off from the gym, and I had to alter my diet too. This was not ideal, and as a result, my final physique was not exactly as I had envisioned. So, helpful hint to all you boys and girls out there in YouTube land. Don't get bronchitis, but if you do, make sure it's early in your prep. 6 months straight is way too long to be on a cut. Now, admittedly, in early July, I took 1 week to raise my calories up to maintenance and I reduced my step count to have a diet break. And that was for mental health purposes as well as for my body. Unfortunately, that 1 week was not nearly enough for me to mentally have recovered. If I had to do it again, I would do 3 months, followed by 2 or 3 weeks of a diet break, and then get back at it to chip down to the weight and body fat percentage I wanted. Learn from my mistake. One of the other things I learned, which was disturbing to say the least, is after I lost about 20 pounds, I noticed the skin around my abs was wrinkly, crepey. I looked like an old man's skin. I looked like I had old man skin. And you know why that was? Because I do have old man skin. I waited too long to lose that weight, and my skin is no longer able to shrink back like saran wrap around my muscles. So I don't look the way that I wanted to, but hey, if you ignore how I look, it was a successful cut. The last 2 items have everything to do with the final week of my cut. Now, bodybuilders, when they're at the end of the cut, they do what they call a peak week. Typically, what happens is they eat no carbs, drink a bunch of water, and then at the end of the week, they reverse that by drinking almost none of the water and all of the carbs. I did not realize what kind of brain fog I was going to get from that manipulation. I couldn't think. I could not brain. I was not the smartest bulb in the shed. It was not a good thing. On the plus side, that's temporary. Last item has to do with the water I just talked about. On Monday, I drank 1 gallon, which is my normal amount. On Tuesday, I drank 2 gallons. And then Wednesday and Thursday, I drank 3 gallons. 3 gallons is way too much for me. I could not handle it. I wound up every 5 minutes running to the restroom to relieve myself. Now I got a bunch of steps in very, very quickly because I had to go so badly. But one weird thing I found, because I tried to finish the drinking of the fluids before 6 p.m. so I could sleep and not get up to pee. I wound up getting thirsty when I wasn't drinking. And I don't know how that worked. And there you have it. Those are the top 10 things I learned from my 6-month cut. Have you gone through a prolonged cut? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And while you're at it, do the YouTube thing, so like, comment, and share. That's about it for today. My name's Tom. This is Friskified Fitness, and I'll see you next time.